Welcome back to the Crisscross Corner, where we, Kris Canty, and
Mark Simpson,
will make you aware of what's going on in the world around you. So before we get started, we need you guys to subscribe to the Crisscross Studios channel on YouTube. All right,
Please.
if you're watching right now, please like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notified of all the videos we have on the Crisscross Studios, including, of course, Crisscross Corner, Great Debaters, Kris and Kris, Only Migos, and Mark, wait for this, food tours, baby, with a Z.
Oh, we're doing food tours.
We're doing food tours. We better do
Yay.
a food tour, Mark. It's about to be on. But we got, I don't know where the first trip is. We're going to find that out when we do our first meeting with the Great Debaters.
Let's go.
Speaking of Great Debaters, we have our meetup with the Great Debaters. You get to meet everybody on the Great Debaters Saturday, September 19th, all right, at 10 o'clock. I'm going to introduce everybody. I'm going to introduce everybody for season 2. We're going to, we're also going to rank stuff. So get ready for us to argue.
Oh yeah, don't be afraid to send in your ranking ideas either. We'll take those gladly.
Right. I might start an Instagram for the Crisscross Corner, just so people won't be blowing me up. They'll be just blowing me up on another account.
Oh, right. Right. Let me just open this account, get the reading.
I'll be like, that's great. Wait a minute, there's another account? All right.
If you're wondering why I'm wearing a hoodie, my school sent me on a sabbatical, and I'm in Antarctica right now.
No, you're not. Stop. They ain't got walls that clean in Antarctica.
No, I live in Michigan, and the weather changes here every 20 minutes, and we're going through one of those right now.
Fam, it was 81 yesterday. Today it was 61.
60. Yeah.
I walked outside at practice. I was like, "Woo!"
Don't fall asleep with your fans and AC on.
I do that all the time.
And it's cold. It was freezing in my room this morning.
Not the AC. I just do it. I just use my fan.
No, I turned on my AC because it was off. It was off all day yesterday. So when I came home, my room was like hot.
Mm-hmm.
So I turned it on and I fell asleep. When I woke up this morning, my room was like cold. I put my foot on the floor and was like, "Oh no!" You know, like Christmas morning when you wake up and take that one step in the bathroom, and you're just like, "Nope, can't do
Yeah, you're like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a cold day today."
Yep.
But yeah, everybody, please support the podcast on the Anchor app. That's ANCHOR .fm underscore, or is that a slash? That's a / Crisscross Corner.
Crisscross.
R&R. Rest in peace, Righteous and Ratchet podcast. We love you.
No, I think they continued it with he continued it with Angel. He put Angel on the show.
I know, but that's a Here's the Thing podcast. It's different.
Also, because when it first started, it was Righteous and Ratchet featuring Angel. Now they just changed it.
Yeah, they changed it.
Man, Dope Boy, we hope you're doing good. We keep you in our prayers, man.
Right.
Pray for Dope Boy.
We're keeping your prayers. So if you want to keep us in your prayers, please support the podcast, all right? On Anchor. Or if you really want to support the studio, support us on Patreon. Crisscross Studios on Patreon. All right? Well, that's the end of my spiel.
I'm going to do it right now.
Go ahead, Mark. Go support us. Right, and while you go support, today's episode, we're going to be talking about moments that made the world stand still. All right. I also have my top 10 shows that I have never seen, like never seen at all, but I want to see in the future.
Okay.
So we're going to do my top 10 later in the show. But right now,
on food tours, if you ever get a day where you're not driving,
damn,
put you on Netflix, man.
Damn, I went for the first drive in a long time yesterday on Monday, since I've been in the house for like a week and a half. That was the best time of my life. But I was like, wait a minute. we could have went on a food tour here. I got some spots we're gonna go to. All right.
I'm not going back to Toledo.
Me neither. We'll talk about that story on an extra edition of the Kris Cross Corner. Please stay tuned for that after this episode.
Oh God.
But right now we're gonna talk about what you do in Detroit.
Please.
So today's all September 8th. Kids are going back to school and everything. So a lot of students, they're doing the hybrid thing. So they're doing like online. Some of them are in class. Some of them are in class and online. And today was a shock to a lot of parents because they had to wait in line in those 2-hour lines at Cass Tech, Renaissance, and all.
They had to wait in line for what again? Repeat that.
I don't know. I think it was registration.
Wait. So the kids weren't registered in school on the first day.
I don't understand that.
That makes no sense.
But there was a 2-hour line at Cass Tech this morning.
Wouldn't it make more sense to group the kids by last name? Had the parents come register at the school.
True. However,
why do we have smarter ideas than the school system? What is going on here?
True, but Cass Tech has like 2,500 kids, so spacing them out kind of, in a small school like where I went, you could probably do that in like 2 days, but at Cass Tech you might need a week.
Right, but if you took a week out in early August or the middle of August, this would not have been a problem.
True, that is true. But yeah. Some parents are frustrated that they have to, homeschool their kids. But hey, it's the world we live in. You gotta adapt.
Welcome to Michigan, where the people are smarter than the education system.
Yes, welcome to Michigan. Sure. Well, speaking of that, we have the U of M grad student employees and the teachers on strike at U of M because they don't want to work with people like face to face. Which I understand.
I get it.
But do you have to go on strike and lay down in the middle of the street at the quad?
They were doing that downtown Saturday.
Yeah, they did. I was like, man, get up. Get a coney, bro.
Guys, I wore a mask when I went, but I went down to this place called the Greek. I had an altercation with a cop, man.
No invite?
It was a last minute thing.
No invite?
It was a last minute thing. And you were busy. You were gone. I don't even think you were here.
I was here. I was in Detroit. I was at the house all the time.
Oh, my bad. But I was with my girl, her coworker had a party, so we went there and we go downtown to the Greek. This cop comes up to me. He was like, he literally said, I said, excuse me, my G, or I said something like that. I ain't your G, boy. Don't talk to me like that. I'm like, because I said, excuse me?
No, you said AOG.
I said, excuse me, my G. That's what I said.
Oh, you said, excuse me, my G.
Yeah.
Still, you ain't supposed to call me your G.
Right, but I was just, that's how.
Remember his name, Mark Simpson. I don't know why I'm joking about this. I'm such an asshole.
But in my mind, I'm like, bro, you don't have to be rude about it, though.
Right.
But they were protesting down there, so they had cops all down Greektown. Like every 30 seconds, a cop was walking past you in your peripheral in every direction. So you're like, look at here, it's a cop. Right here is a cop. Right here is a cop. But it's just their presence was heavy down there.
It never used to be like that.
Protesting was serious. Nope.
No, it never used to be.
Greektown.
No, it never used to be like that in Greektown, even before the protests.
Mm-hmm. I think now the cops down there heavy. I think
it's something to do with certain clientele. Quote unquote. But we'll get to that later.
The ending of it. It's on the ending. The last sort of strip part of Greektown.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know which part you're talking about.
You can't even get in without a mask no more.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of barricades, you know what? MDOT is synonymous for barricades. However, this guy, he was probably drunk, or he probably lost control of his car. He got off like westbound 94 at Telegraph, right? So he skips all the lanes. You know how like under the bridge they have all those like crossing lanes and stuff? So he went through the grass, over the like huge hill into MDOT's like headquarters in Taylor, and went through and like smashed into the building. That's what happened this morning.
Wait, he smashed into the building?
Into MDOT, of all places. Yeah, I guess he didn't see the orange barrels.
No.
Goodness gracious. Come on, guys. Come on, Taylor. Come on, Taylor Tucky.
We gotta get it together, Taylor Tucky.
I forgot about that term.
Come on, Minute Taylor. I call it Minute Taylor.
Minute Taylor? What it like? like Minnesota?
Minnesota, but Minute. Come on, Minute Taylor.
It's a whole bunch of them.
Or Tina Taylor.
Tina. Oh yeah, Tina. Now I like Taylor Tucky.
Taylor Tucky or Taylor C.
Taylor Tucky. Taylor Tucky. Goodness gracious. Let me get this thing up so I don't mess up the order of which they come in. All right, we have the NFL has decided that some teams can have, like some stadiums can have people in the first weeks because the first week of NFL is, of course, this week on Thursday, September 10th. The following teams. Let's see. We have Arizona. They have no fans for the first 2 home games. Atlanta, no fans for the first two home games. Baltimore, no fans at home games until further notice. Buffalo, no fans for the first 2 home games. Carolina, no fans for the home opener. Okay, that's expected because it's North Carolina. Chicago, no.
What did Drake do?
Oh. No fans at home games until further notice in Chicago. Cincinnati. Okay,
Makes
Cincinnati.
sense.
Okay, Cincinnati. We have 6,000 fans are allowed. So they got to
go to you want to go to a Bengals game?
I ain't going down there. I ain't going down there. So Cleveland as well. 6,000 fans. I'd rather go to a Cleveland game than go to a Cincinnati game.
I don't know. Odell Beckham out here. We're going to get to that later.
Yeah. We ain't going to talk about that. We ain't going to talk about that. I knew you were going to talk about it. I was like, he better not. All right, we have Dallas. So they have not made an announcement. Their home opener is this Sunday, I think. Or next Sunday. I don't know who they face first. But we have Denver, no fans for the home opener. Detroit, of course, we accepted this a few weeks ago. No fans for the first 2 home games. Green Bay, no fans for the 2 first home games. Houston, no fans for the home opener. Indianapolis.
It seems like they're going by division. It's like the different divisions are doing the same thing.
Yeah, like Indianapolis is waiting approval for 10,000 fans.
10,000?
It's Indiana. We expected this. All right, we got Jacksonville, 25% capacity, which is 17,000 fans.
In Florida?
Yeah, Florida gonna fuck everything up.
In Florida?
Yeah. Kansas City, 22% capacity. So Patrick Mahomes, watch out. You're about to get that Rona. Watch out.
He just got paid. He got insurance.
He got ownership in the Kansas City Royals. We good.
Right.
So Vegas, no fans will be allowed in Vegas. Neither is Los Angeles.
How you gonna build a whole new stadium?
That's for both cities, Vegas and Los Angeles. They both have new stadiums. No
both
fans.
have new stadiums with no fans.
I mean, I don't blame them because Corona's real.
At least we ain't got to clean the bathroom.
At least California said they're not opening anything big until like 2021. So I don't think they're gonna have anything.
Oh wow. So the Lakers probably like in the beginning of the next season because the season is supposed to start in December.
Yeah, I don't think they have.
They probably won't play. They probably won't have any fans. Yeah.
And that's like the whole Laker thing. Like you're gonna have a huge fan base with all these superstars coming in for your games.
Aren't the Clippers moving too?
They should be moving, but I think they're gonna stay at Staples Center for now. But Miami, of course, 20%. Minnesota, no fans for the first 2 home games. Same as New England, no fans. New Orleans, no fans for the first home game. New York, no fans at all until further notice. Thank you, Governor Cuomo.
That makes amazing sense. He's a genius.
Thank you.
Minnesota knew not to have any fans because there was going to be protests and riots at the same time.
Right. Same as Philadelphia, no games till further notice. Pittsburgh, no fans for the first 2 home games. San Francisco, no fans because they're in California. till 2021. Seattle, first 3 home games, no games, no fans. Tampa Bay, no fans for the first 2 home games. Thank God, because Tom Brady doesn't need his big head even any bigger.
He needs Corona though.
No, he doesn't. Stop. Tennessee, no fans for the home opener, and Washington, the Washington football team.
Well, they might as well.
No fans allowed at the first home games throughout the entire season until further.
Who's gonna show up anyway?
All the Redskin fans moved to the Ravens. At least we got a bird.
All the racist Redskin fans went to the Chiefs.
Fans, they gotta go across the whole country. They're like, bring the Indian head back to Cleveland.
Oh God!
All right, next we have the last thing we're gonna talk about is California's on fire, man. I don't think you noticed this, but
yes, they did. They caught fire from a gender reveal.
Stop.
If I'm not mistaken. Yes, so they said a firework from a gender reveal started the wildfires in California.
Stop. So this is why we don't need to celebrate insignificant things in your life. You don't need to know the gender of your baby, all right? Only that's between you and your man or you and your wife, okay? You don't have to invite everybody over to say, hey, we're having a girl. And then what if you're wrong? Or what if you start a whole California wildfire?
And they said they caused over millions of damages, and the family responsible got to pay for it. Imagine if they was a regular little middle class family. Right. They didn't know where the firework went.
They'd be like, "Oops!"
Got a whole family in debt for the rest of your life.
You caused billions of dollars in damages. Oops.
Should they be responsible for paying for all the damage? I don't think they should be responsible for all the damage.
Talk about generational wealth. That thing gone with the wildfires. We can't do this no more, man. Jeez. There's got to be another way.
You said it got to be another way.
There's got to be another way to stop this.
No.
If I started, you're gonna see me catch me with a bucket, trying to stop the damn fires.
Trying to stop the fire. It's like, no.
I'm out there with put it on jet, spray it on the thing. That's not gonna help. All right. Speaking of, what happened?
A 17-year-old was hit by a train in Davidson, Michigan. Has passed away.
Dang, that just made us all stand still. Speaking of standing still, I don't mean to be an asshole, but we got to move on.
I just had to bring it. It showed up on my screen like you know how your computer when the news thing pop up and it take over the whole
bling. I'd be like, fam, I didn't want to see this today.
Right,
man. But speaking of moments where that made the world stand still, we're gonna talk about these moments that made the world stand still.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this is the week of the 9/11 attacks, so we might as well start there, since get the elephant out of the room. This is why I picked the topic this week, because 9/11 is a very significant day in American history for a lot of reasons. All right, if anybody doesn't know, all of my young listeners who were born after 2001, 9/11 was a day where 4 planes were hijacked. One went down in Pennsylvania because, the passengers took over, and took the plane down, took the terrorists down who were trying to fly the plane. Well, they said was going towards the White House, but we'll never know because they crashed in Pennsylvania.
Right.
The other 3 were the big ones. One went to the Pentagon, smashed into the Pentagon, straight slammed into it. The other 2, those are the most famous ones, infamous. Mm-hmm. One that we don't see on camera, that we saw after the news got there, but one we saw on camera. I remember seeing it when I was 6. It went dead into that. I was like, wait a minute, I saw it coming from it was like, wait, is that a plane? And it just went in. Then they got it from another angle, though.
I was in preschool. And, I don't know how I remember this, but that's how you know it was a moment. I was in preschool. My teacher was already sitting here, had her hand on her mouth, like, oh my God. And as a kid, you're just like, you don't know what's going on. You're like,
I'd be like, what's
wrong?
I thought it was a movie at first. I was like, what's this?
then when the second plane hit, she gasped like real hard, and she kind of like, I don't want to say she passed out. She sat down for a minute to like, oh my God, like
Yeah.
she was scared. And for us, we and the kids, we like, bro, what's going on? Like, bro,
Yeah. So yeah, we're talking about the two planes that went into the north and south towers of the World Trade Center in New York City. So the first tower got hit. I believe it was 8:40 something in the morning. Then every news station just went towards that. That was on all day.
And they thought it was an accident. They were reporting.
They thought it was
an accident.
Yeah, they thought it was an accident or another bomb threat that went on because there was another bombing at the World Trade Center before that. So they thought it was that. However, that hole was kind of big, so that was a plane. We found out later that it was a plane, and they found another person who actually got video footage of the first plane hitting the World Trade Center.
He sent it into the news.
It was like they was like, oh, that's just a plane. And then I saw the plane. I was like, wait a minute, hold up, boom. I was like, fam, that was deliberate. And
I hear for the people who think that it was fake, that bombs are already planted in the building. Those are both legit planes.
Those were legit planes, and the way like the towers went down, I've heard like a million of like 9/11 survivors, like all that weight coming down from the top of that building, coming like I think it was like 80-something floors. Yeah. Like the plane went in like between 83 and 87 floors. So the stuff above it came down, smashed all that. So all that gravity's coming down like floor by floor by floor. So it's gonna look like an explosion or a bomb's going off. But it's just gravity working, it's doing its job. You know what I'm saying? However, the building was not supposed to fall like that. It was not designed to fall like that. So, however, that's where the conspiracies come in.
I'm watching the video of the first plane hit, and I'm like, how did you know just to turn around? But the guy's like, how did you know just to turn around and look at the buildings as the plane, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. As the plane was coming. You're just sitting on the street with the firefighters, and he just turns around to happen to look up, and boom.
Hey, man. I mean, the plane was that low, so planes never fly that low over Manhattan like that. So it was a surprise to everybody.
Right. But
they'll fly low, but they won't fly that low next to those towers.
What do you think about they said the one that hit the Pentagon wasn't a plane, it was a missile.
That's what I mean.
You heard about that?
Yeah, I've heard about that conspiracy.
Because they never reported any deaths from that plane. They never showed any wheels, they never showed any luggage.
It could have been. You never know.
Oh, Bush. No, I need to stop.
Yeah, let's stop. We don't want them coming after us. And them, I mean the U.S. government, the DOJ, FBI, CIA. We don't need all them. Somehow the ATF gonna come after us, DEA.
Right. It's after 9. It's after 9. So much for Chipotle.
Right. Well, speaking of that attack, there was another attack on the U.S. So the U.S. was neutral during World War II. Which the World War II, I mean, they say it started in 1939. However, it started a little bit earlier than that, a lot earlier than that with the Nazi takeover.
Wasn't it like 1929, 1930?
Yeah, when Hitler took over Germany. And then he kind of like expanded his way through Europe. He tried to go east. He tried to go east, but Russia's kind of cold. So we went west. And he took over most of all of Europe.
He wasn't gonna get Russia. I'm sorry.
He wasn't. Russia was like, hey, bro, you got to survive this winter, bro.
Like, you don't take us out. We got your back.
Hitler was like, we'll go the other way. So he got some friends. He got some friends in Italy and Japan. And Japan decided to, attack our fort.
Hold on. Before that, though.
Our USA.
Before that, I want to talk about how bold Japan is.
Go ahead.
The Prime Minister of Japan was in the United States when that happened. They were trying to have peace talks with the United States, like, okay, y'all not getting involved, we ain't gonna bother you. In Japan, they on the back end, like, hey, bro, bring them bombs over here. So while they in the basically talking, he's in the United States, and then they do Pearl Harbor.
So like
during that get out of here?
So during that time, Japan was doing a lot of stuff in the South Pacific and like all the Pacific Islands. So we were over there, quote unquote, fighting them. So technically, they kind of were like against us at the time.
Yeah.
However, in Japan at the time, even before like the internment camps and all that stuff, we were kind of like scared of them. We kind of put them in internment camps and all that stuff. So that's why Japan's minister was over here. Well, that happened. they kind of attacked Pearl Harbor, and that was like one of our
Yeah.
first attacks on American soil in the World War.
Yeah.
So that was back in 1941. And it's
You know,
surprising that 60 years later after that we had 9/11. But hey, conspiracy, coincidence? I don't think that.
Karma.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right now on the Crisscross Corner because I can. Both of them could have been prevented.
Bush knew it was gonna happen. Let's just say I'm not gonna say he did it.
Man, hold on. Hold on. When the lady came and said, "Hey, bro, they flew some planes to the towers," my man was still red to them kids. I was like, "Bro, get up and do a press conference, bro."
I mean, I get that, but you can't scare the children in the classroom. Like,
I'd be like, I gotta be the president real quick.
I gotta be the president. I'll be back. Put the Terminator on.
You said put the Terminator on.
Put the Terminator. I'll be back.
I'll be back. No, you won't. You gotta deal with these terrorists, bro. And he did deal with them later, but we'll get to that later. Speaking of dealing with people later, the U.S. dropped 2 atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, or some of the old people, the baby boomers say Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
It's Hiroshima.
But yeah, we dropped them bombs on them. They was like, "All right, we done. Here, bro. Here's some bombs."
No,
you give up now?
Which one got dropped first?
I think it was Hiroshima.
So they dropped Hiroshima first, and they was like, "So Japan, you quit now?" Japan like, "No, we ain't quitting."
Japan was like the Black Knight in Monty Python when he cut off all the limbs. I ain't giving up yet, bro.
Push another button.
Boop. You give up now?
All right.
It's like what was it, P. Diddy and that one guy on America's Got Talent? Like, you gonna give up yet?
And then they caught the general Hideki Toho. They tried to catch him, and when they went to go get him, this is messed up. In Japan's culture, suicide is honorable death. Mm-hmm. So he said, "I'd rather kill myself than get caught." So he tried to kill himself. So what we did was we caught him after he stabbed himself. We caught him, passed him back up, healed him up, and then killed him again. Ourselves.
Let's be clear. Killing yourself in battle, first of all.
Yeah, that's true. Killing yourself in battle.
Well, not just people killing each other. That's honorable death.
No, okay, that's what I mean. Like, he's like, instead of getting captured, I'm gonna kill myself. And he thought he was gonna get away, and they was like, "No, we're gonna patch him back up." Okay, now we're gonna kill you again.
Bam.
America's ruthless.
America is ruthless, just like when they killed MLK. Ruthless. People, okay, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this because I need to educate everybody. This is a podcast to educate and inform. All right.
Educate them.
People like to say that Martin Luther King was the most loved person in the world. No, he was not. He was actually public enemy number 1. The establishment did not like him.
I say 2. I say public enemy number 2.
Okay.
Malcolm X is number 1.
Okay, number 1. They took him out 2. They took him out 2.
His death was a little bit worse than Martin Luther King.
Nah, I think Martin Luther King was number 1 because he was a more peaceful guy that everybody went behind and everything. Only the radicals, quote unquote radicals, went with Martin Luther, went with Malcolm X.
Malcolm X got shot up in front of his family.
Okay. He wasn't public enemy number 1.
I don't know. You don't do nobody like that unless they were real. No.
Here's the thing. They had the movie The Planet of the Apes came out the day before his shooting. There's a coincidence right there. That's a coincidence. Let that simmer a little bit. Speaking of assassinations, JFK's assassination in Dallas. My main man JFK. The Kennedy family just been getting killed everywhere.
His brother got killed when he tried to run for president.
His brother got killed. I'm like, fam.
Why Rob?
Come on, Rob. Why John? He was the damn president.
You know what? We wouldn't even have the power to look up all this stuff.
Man, wait.
If it wasn't for October 29th, 1969.
Wait. Every time I think of JFK's assassination, I think of the first episode of Everybody Hates Kris. when Caruso throws a battery at Kris.
That's not cool.
I'd be like, fam, Chris Rock was an asshole for making this scene, bro. He was like, later that night, I had a dream. I was like, don't show this shit.
No.
Don't show this shit.
Chris Rock was disrespectful for that.
Hey, man, I want to educate and inform, Mark.
But
go ahead.
69, October 29th, only two. It was the start of the internet.
Oh Lord!
So
not the internet, not the internet we see today. However,
no, but the start of it was in 1969. There were only two computers connected, and you could only send words between the two computers at the time. First time they tried to do it, the first word they ever tried to send was login. They typed LO, and then the system crashed.
Damn.
So that's probably where Kevin Hart got from his joke. Son, spell long dick. LO.
Damn. My man's stealing historical facts.
We didn't even know.
Didn't even know. Here's a one that people don't really know, or young people don't really know. It's the Munich Massacre. It's when they, I think it was, they kidnapped. It was because the Olympics were in, I think, Germany at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. You probably have
Olympics. Something always bad happens in the Olympics.
Yeah, they kidnapped, I think it was 11 Israeli athletes, and then they wanted to negotiate and do all that stuff, but then they went to the airport, shot them all up, including the hostages. So everybody died.
Yeah.
And the newscaster that came up, he was like, bro, they gone. Everybody's gone. Don't ask about their names, no nothing. They all gone. I'm like, fam, at least show some respect.
He said they all did.
No. Go look at the news report. The reporter after the whole thing happened, he was like, bro, they're at the airport. They shot them all up. 1972. They gone.
There's a Palestinian terrorist group called Black September.
Yep.
The song September will never be the same.
No, it'll be the same. Just don't think about it.
They killed two of them previously.
Yeah.
And they killed the West German police officer.
Yep. This is before they got to the airport.
Oh, Jesus.
They got to the airport, they shot everybody up. They was like, I don't care if you were hostage or no, but this is done. Because it was the Olympics.
Yep. Everybody was traveling.
Not saying I would have did the same thing, but I understand.
My pearls.
Hey, man. It's hard. It's a hard decision. Speaking of hard decisions. Somebody messed up a calculation or something for this thing to happen. Actually, for these next two to happen, somebody messed up some measurement. All right, Challenger in 1986. They was like, oh, it's going up to, we're gonna send 7 people up to space to see how it is, and they were like, oh, this is great, this is amazing, and then like I think it was like 60 seconds in, it just exploded in midair. I'm like, bang. Everybody did. Gone.
Houston had several problems.
I'd be like, I wouldn't even say that. I'd be like, Houston, I quit.
Houston, I quit. Houston, we have a.
Give me my severance pay.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Like the dude on the phone, like, look, I can just see it out of headphones. He'd be like, Houston, we have a. Hello.
I'd be like,
here's my resignation.
I don't know why we're laughing at this, but
this is so disrespectful. But
it's so disrespectful.
Like that.
However, we're gonna get more disrespectful with the Chernobyl incident. What the hell were they thinking, bro?
You gotta remind me with that one because
it was the nuclear. I think it was a nuclear plant, and it just exploded.
Oh, that one, yeah.
So all the radiation went through the city, the surrounding cities, and everything. And
it's still radiated. They said it's still terrible. It's bad over there.
Mm-hmm. I ain't going over there. So have you ever went down Ohio Highway 2 towards Cedar Point?
Yeah.
Past that nuclear plant, I'd be like, bro.
You ever look at it and you just be like.
I'd be like, every time I pass it, I think of Homer Simpson because he works on the nuclear plant.
So, getting nervous.
I do get nervous.
Speaking
I'm
of,
like, fam, these people who live next to here are about to be blown up if this thing goes wrong.
speaking of going wrong, Rosa Parks decided not to give up her seat on that bus.
That is true. I would call it
That-
a day. I would call it the day the world stood still. However,
It
that is
put
a
a- it put-
historical
it-
moment.
It put the
And
world on notice. It put the world on notice.
If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be able to do this podcast.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Shout out you, Rosa. To make that
Shout
hard
out.
decision.
Rest in peace. Hey, Rosa, if you're listening to this, up in heaven, your funeral was long, bro. That was a long funeral.
The one here at the Charles S. Wright Museum. Did you see that line just to get in there to look at her body?
That was long. That and Aretha. I'm like, fam. She
Aretha's
dead.
made me mad. I left halfway through.
Gone.
Aretha's made me mad. No
Aretha
disrespect to the
made
queen.
me sad. I was like, man, we gonna never have another soul.
Like Black Detroit can't have nothing.
Right. 20 man, that's when you knew 2020 was gonna be bad.
Like Aretha died.
The events leading up to 2020.
Speaking of 2020, man, Kobe.
Man, when Kobe died, man, my friend texted me. He was like, hey, bro, Kobe died in a helicopter crash. I was like, man, stop playing. Stop playing. Then I went on CNN. I was like,
I saw it on TMZ. I saw it on TMZ first. And I thought it was a joke or fake. And I'm like, nah, this.
Yeah, TMZ. I saw TMZ first because I thought, okay, maybe this is a joke, bro. Then CNN did it, NBC did it, and ABC. I was like, yo, real bad though.
No, I'm gonna tell you, it didn't hit for me. I was sitting here looking like this fake, this fake, this fake. I saw all that, still thought it was fake. And I turned on NBA TV, and I'm like,
then they said that Rick Fox died. I'm like, no, not Rick, not Rick.
Nah, see, that's the opposite of me. I was like, it should have been Rick instead of Kobe.
Hey, all right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
That's how upset I was, though.
We're not gonna talk about Angela Bassett's love interest on Meet the Browns like that. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. Remember that movie?
We're not talking about old girl from the game.
Oh yeah, I was about to go. He was on the game. He was on the game. You're bringing up all these stuff. All right. Let's get back to the topic. All right, we have to follow
Chadwick.
don't talk about Chadwick. It's too soon. Too soon.
Okay.
Speaking of too soon, the Berlin Wall went down too soon. For the East Germans.
I was about to say, like, bro, like.
Speaking of too soon, that Berlin Wall, bro.
This is YouTube, fam.
Hey, man, I can say what I want. All right. This is just for you, Mark. Say this in the way you told me right before the podcast about Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela got set free.
No, you didn't say it like that.
Oh, he got out. Nelson Mandela got out.
No, you said Nelson Mandela got free. I'll be like,
Nelson Mandela got free.
In 1990, he got released.
He got free.
I'm like, damn. You act like he was one of us. I'm playing. He was one of us.
He ran away. He got away. He got free.
Nah, bro. He was serving a life sentence over there, bro.
Oh,
he got free. Man. I'm like, that's right. Free my boy.
Oh, God. No, man.
All right, here we go. We got some tragedy. We have Princess Diana's death in 1997. But her son is, married a black woman. We're great. Duchess of Sussex?
She don't even want to be with him. No, I'm just playing. Let me stop.
Man, you don't stop playing. Don't play on this. Don't play on the podcast.
I ain't gonna reach like that.
Podcast.
I ain't gonna reach like this man gave the throne up and was like, nah, bro, this ain't what we want. And then he went to go live in California.
Shoot, I do the same thing.
Speaking
of reaching, the Bush family be reaching, bro. The Bush family be reaching. I'm calling the Bush administration out on invading Iraq in 2003. You got the wrong damn country. That was the country that blew up the Twin Towers. It's Saudi Arabia.
You know what?
However, Saudi Arabia, controls all of our oil, so they weren't trying to, bomb them.
You said that was yeah.
You hear that, FBI, CIA? I'm playing.
Now Trump's trying to get our oil in Alaska, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
And Greenland. Yeah, he's trying to buy Greenland.
He's trying to go to Greenland now. He's trying to buy Greenland.
He's trying to buy Greenland so he can get him on the oil. I'm like, Trump, calm down, man.
If Greenland becomes part of the United States,
I might go up there. I'd be like, let's go.
I'm instantly moving there.
Like, let's go.
Oh God, I already want to go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rico sounds nice. Speaking of sounding nice and sounding bad, let's talk about something that sounds bad. Columbine Massacre in 1999. That was a moment where the world stood still.
Columbine, Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook. The Virginia Tech shooting?
Tech shooting. It was one of another college in California.
I forgot about that one too.
You know what I'm talking about? The community college.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That was bad.
A lot of shootings happening. But yeah, let me wait. There's another death. We have Michael Jackson's death in 2009.
That was my next one. Why did she FaceTime me? Let it go.
Man, my whole life, bro. My whole life right now is just messed up. Michael Jackson messed me up. I was like, whoa. I wasn't really like messed up then. Yeah. I was like, it's Michael Jackson. But as I got older, I'm like, damn, Michael Jackson gone.
You didn't realize, like, and then they say he still has over, I think they said like 500 songs that he just didn't release yet.
But he owned them, though.
And I feel look, and the family's still not going to release them songs either.
Nope, they're like, this is the money right here. No. All right, we got the Boxing Day tsunami in 2004. Along
with the Japan tsunami.
Man, the Boxing Day one, they were just on the beach like, la, 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 la. And then
they was chilling.
Huge wave just whoosh, took them out.
They said the wave literally came out of nowhere.
It did. I saw videos from them. I was like, wait a minute. They was just having fun. And then, boom, it's gone. You gone. They also had a few volcanoes go off, too. And the way tsunamis work, the water comes in. And, of course, it's going to come back. So they had, like, a few of those.
That's like, Mama, the water's going away. Oh, it'll be fine, honey.
Oh, if you go 100 miles without no water, that water coming back.
I'm like, all right, we have to go. I'm going to the crib. We got to go hit the airport real quick.
As soon as I see a huge wave, you and me, we off the beach, bro. We gone.
We gotta go.
All right, speaking of, let's bring it back to America. We got Hurricane Katrina.
Oh.
Hurricane Katrina was one of our more modern day disasters. That and Hurricane Sandy.
Man, that one hit New York, and a lot of people in New York was like, we not about to get no hurricane. And then,
No. They didn't call it a hurricane. They called it a superstorm. Superstorm Sandy.
Why they called it a superstorm, I don't know.
Because it was huge. It was so huge. It was so huge that the water was so warm by New York and all this stuff that it kept coming and kept being bigger and bigger and bigger towards New York City. And it didn't dissipate to like Boston. That was crazy. Same with
Boston almost got hit bad.
Yes, the same with Hurricane Katrina. That water kept on getting hotter and hotter, so the hurricane just went straight for New Orleans. And New Orleans is sitting way below sea level, surrounded by levees.
New York and Jersey, they rarely ever get hit with hurricanes.
Yeah, but they got hit. The subway system was messed up. Everything.
But you know what's crazy? They recovered faster than Katrina did.
Oh, it's New York.
They recovered way faster than Katrina did.
I was shocked. Good. I mean, New York and New Jersey is where all the money is, so of course they're going to
shout out to York and Jersey. Y'all bounce back quick.
Shout out to New York, our listeners in New York City, Newark, Long Island, Boston area. Boston.
Speaking of,
shout out to our listeners everywhere. I haven't done that in a long time. Shout out. Thank you for listening.
Shout out.
Thanks for listening.
Man, especially you people in Russia.
Right.
Speaking of Russia,
what's up, Mark?
Sputnik.
Yeah, Sputnik.
That's the start of the space race. Where
America was like, shit.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, everything America did great. That's because Russia did something that was slightly less greater than what we did. That's every time we do something great. Russia was there and like, oh, we did this first though. Russia was
No,
like,
wait,
yeah,
wait.
we got the space first. We
Russia
get the
was
moon first.
Russia was the Samsung and U.S. is Apple.
U.S. is for real. Hey, can we borrow your screen? I mean, we're gonna make a better phone, but we need to use your screen. I feel me?
Right.
Like
All right, we got wow, September 29th, 2008. You know what that day was?
September 29th?
2008.
Don't tell me.
It's the day. It's the
Don't tell me.
day. It's the day when the Dow fell 777 points.
Oh, the start of the recession, the stock market crash.
No, the recession happened before then. This was the stock market crash. When everybody was like, all right, we ain't got no money, bro. That was the housing crisis, the housing bubble crisis was the beginning. Then you had that, and then you had like all the car companies going in bankruptcy.
When I googled the date, a picture of the White Sox came up. I don't know why.
The White Sox.
The picture of the White Sox came up. I'm like, oh.
Maybe they know something we don't.
Right, the picture of the White Sox. Like, hold on. I don't like how this looks. The White Sox stock market crash.
All right, we're going to move on to our last one that I'm going to talk about. And
gotcha.
do you have one that you want to talk about?
I just honorable mentions. Chadwick Steps, like I said before.
Right.
Tank Man in China. The guy who protested.
It's Tiananmen Square.
Yeah,
in
Tiananmen
1989.
Yeah. And the OKC bombing in 95.
Yep. All right. I have.
Go ahead.
All right, man. I said I'm going to make this kind of humorous before we started the show.
No.
The capture of Osama bin Laden. That is a day when the whole world stood still. Obama was like, get me a camera, bro. He was putting on a suit as the camera was rolling. I was like, I got this. All right, y'all. We got him, bro. We got Osama bin Laden. We captured him. And then they killed him. They got him. I think they only sent like 5 people in, the Navy SEALs, into the. Yeah. It took Bush like 15 years to find him, and Obama was like, "All right, man, I got his GPS on his iPhone."
halfway through my first term.
Halfway through his first time, I'm like, I know where he's been all time. I got his Google locations and everything.
I gave him some time to spend with his family before I took this man off.
Man, Obama was like, man, I got this. I'm the best president ever. And after that, he probably was the best president ever because his first few years was like, all right, Obama, you got 2 more years, bro. We're about to kick you out. Then he got almost every terrorist. Until you know, ISIS came. But it's okay.
Of course. I'm sorry. We were talking about the White Sox.
Uh-oh.
That did something great against the Tigers.
All right, I'm going to mute you.
Right.
Hey guys, this is Kris from Crisscross Studios, here to talk to you about Manscaped. At Manscaped, they have created everything a gentleman needs to ensure a comfortable and clean existence for your family jewels. Their Perfect Package 3.0 gives you the tools you need for painless hair removal and the formulations needed to deodorize, moisturize, and refresh the balls. I have the Lawnmower 3.0 and it works wonders. I shaved it all off. Oh yes. I also have the Crop Cleanser, the Crop Preserver, and the Crop Reviver as well. It's ball deodorant, fellas, so your balls can smell good. Don't nobody want to smell nasty balls. You don't. And I know someone else don't. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's 100% waterproof. And you can take it in the shower. Come on now, I just used it just a second ago. Ain't nothing down there no more. Ain't nothing down there. Anyway, Manscaped is also the voice and movement for liberating men of all ages to be the very best they can be. Being mindful, socially aware, and respectful to one another is the core to the Manscaped mission. So is giving back. This is why Manscaped has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to raise awareness for the most common form of cancer, in men ages 15 to 35. They're out here trying to save balls, y'all. Because my balls needed saving. But I got the Manscaped. Oh, thank you, Manscaped. Curious for more info? Go check out the Manscaped website right now. Your balls will thank you.
All right, we're gonna move on to my top 10 list.
I'm so mad.
We're gonna move on to our top 10 list because we got 6 minutes left.
Go ahead, hurry up.
We got my top 10 shows that I have never seen but want to see in the future.
Okay.
So I've never seen. I want to see all that. I've never seen all that ever.
What, the kid show, all that?
Hit show. I've never seen it. I heard it was great.
No, like for you, I like watching it now. Is not. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not gonna be the same as looking at it back when it was popular. But that was the show. It's like all that was like the kids' version of In Living Color. That's literally what it is. So
interesting. All right, we got number 9. We got Cobra Kai on Netflix.
All right, check that out.
I want to check it
Never
out.
seen that one either.
All right, number 8. Number 8, we got Greenleaf. Everybody's been talking about it. Mark.
Next.
Mark is like, bro, get out of here with that, bro.
My mom is obsessed with that show, and it irritates me.
I want to see why people are obsessed. All right, we got Power. Never seen Power. Exactly. A hush went over the world with that one. I've never seen it.
Me either.
Hey. All right. We got Lovecraft Country. People are talking about that show.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. It's a new show, they say. I don't know. We'll see. You know, I've never seen an episode of 24.
Me either, actually.
I'm with people. People say it's good, so I might watch it.
Most of these shows I'm with you on.
Right. We got Narcos.
Oh, I highly suggest you watch that. I'm sorry.
Okay, I might watch the first episode tonight.
Yeah, that was good.
We have Oz from the late 90s.
It's like Oz.
It's like the male version of Orange is the New Black. Before all that stuff. It was on HBO.
I had to watch that. Why did my mind go to that?
The Wire. The Wire.
That's good. It's an old show, but it's good.
I don't know. My mom and them used to like it, but I was like, because I was like 7 when it came out, so I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah. I was watching Brooklyn Heights back then.
Brooklyn Heights. At 7?
No. I don't know how old I was. I forgot.
Number 1, I have, of course, everybody's favorite HBO show, The Sopranos.
That's what I heard it was okay.
Man.
I'm surprised. Wait, you seen You before then?
Oh, yeah, You, of course.
Okay. I thought you were going to put that on the list. Like,
Joe Goldberg? Come on now.
Yes, that's my guy.
That's your, all right, Mark. That's your guy? All right. I understand.
Huh?
I understand how you flow.
Right.
All right, those are my top 10 shows that I have never seen, but I want to see in the future. So if you guys want to suggest any topics for my top 10 list, all you got to do is DM me at _KRIS _CROSS_ or Kris Canty on Facebook. Or you can, DM Mark at what's your handle again?
It's
the Juice.
You just laugh at it every time. The Juice Walker.
Oh, the Juice Walker. I almost called it the Juice Maker.
The Juice Maker. I mean,
the Juice Walker.
If you send your mom on my way, I could be a Juice Maker. Not yours. Not your mom, Chris.
All right, because you know she listens to the podcast.
Hi, Mom. I'm not talking about your mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
No, hi. I was making a joke. I'm sorry.
I was meant the joke too, but I was like, oh, all right, we ain't gonna talk about each other's mamas. We ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna do that today.
Ain't no different from Exchange City.
All right, yeah. All right. All right, that has been another episode of the Crisscross Corner. Subscribe to Crisscross Studios on YouTube to watch the live videos. Some of you guys are watching right now. Thank you. Some of you guys will watch later on YouTube, and thank you for that as well. Please smash that like button. Smash it. All right, Mike. Wait. Oh, there you are. Leave a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, Breaker, Google Podcasts. Wherever you can find your podcast, just follow us.
You better not illegally download it either.
Yeah, don't illegally download it because we get paid for this. Well, at least I do. But right, Mark. Hey, you gotta tell people to get the Patreon, Mark. That's how you can get paid.
All right.
I'm the one selling the records.
Feel free to watch our old episodes.
Feel free to watch our old episodes on YouTube. You can watch the old episodes of Great Debaters as well, because we be cracking up like a bug on that show. Everybody, go watch the Stereos episode and the Snacks episode. Just watch it. Just either watch it or listen to it. It's gonna be hilarious. All right, y'all. All right, this is my time. We gotta get out of here. So stay safe, social distance, and be nice to each other, y'all.